identify as a queer person.
As a queer person.
Yeah. And most times when people ask me who our queer is, I think for us as Ugandans, we use it like to have something more clear, not to sound so gay, not to sound like a lesbian, not sound like a bisexual. So you use queer as something that is different, that when you tell somebody I'm queer, they'll be like, oh, what's queer? You know?
Yeah.
But that's how we use it.
Safe
and then they're like, oh, you're indecisive. You're like, yeah, maybe. You never know, it might change. So that's why sometimes we identify as queer. But in reality, me as Cathy, I would say I'm a lesbian. Yeah. Like before, like something you start experiencing them from school. So when you're like in school, you look at somebody, you like this person, you want to be close to this person, but not only in a friendly way. And there is no way how you're going to tell that person that, oh, this and this. But you just like the person secretly. And there is how you feel like, am I alone? Why is it me? Why me? Like, why am I liking this person? Why am I not liking this boy? Why am I liking this guy? There is how it touches you personally. And by that time, you don't know anyone who is like you. You just feel like, I'm alone. And like how people say that it's certain disturbing me, because even at some point at school I prayed about it and I'm like, why is it happening like this? But after some time coming out and finding out that, oh, it's not only me, there are other people like me. I'm like, right now it's like, it's okay. I live life. But way back, it used to traumatize me mentally because I had no one to share it with, And most times when you used to hear like stories in school, there were always bad stories, like when you hear about, oh, those lesbian girls, that it's Satan using them. Like when a girl is masturbating, it's Satan using you. And when they go to the gay people, oh, they're always putting on pampers. What? So and I'm like, oh, so now Satan is using me. So, but after realizing that, oh, you're not alone and it's fine, that's who you are, it became normal. Right now, way back, I used to be traumatized internally, but then after, I'm fine. That's what I can say. I'm fine. I don't want somebody to just find me and say, that queer girl. That's not that's not what I do. It's not a job. It's me living my life. So I want somebody to understand that being queer, it's just being queer. It's like you being heterosexual or you being gay. So I don't want you to look at me. Every time you look at me, you think about the sex I'm having. I have something I do. I have people that depend on me. I have people that I pay school fees for. I have little sisters that look at me. So I don't want you to look at me as somebody who is just queer. Because being queer, it doesn't pay me. It doesn't do anything. Being queer doesn't mean that, oh, I can wake up one day and I go to USA. Because that's why people think you can wake up one day and you have money on your mobile money just because you're queer. But as a queer person, I work. I need services as a queer person. Don't think that, oh, so that's how I want somebody to understand somebody. I don't want you to look at me just as a queer person. I want you to look at me as Cathy. Because my sex orientation, it has nothing to do with you. So I want you to see that I have other things that I do, that I live a normal life like you. I eat just like the way you eat. I don't want it to be like, oh, you're queer. There's how you look at me. I have blood. You have blood. I can get sick. You can get sick. So I just want somebody to look at me as a human being. There is heartbreaks, violence, there is extortion. Somebody dates someone, somebody has your pic, somebody has your, and then when you end up like breaking up, they're like, I'm going to post these pictures, or else you have to do this for me. So there is a lot of that, trust issues. When we talk about dating, I think we will not finish. But that's how it is. People think like it's special this side, but apart from what, things are the same. They will still cheat on you. They will still violate you. Somebody will still blackmail you. So, and somebody telling, I have pictures of me and you kissing. I have pictures of me and you naked. So if you don't do this for me, I'm going to post them. and there is no how you're going to report that person. Like, oh, this person, and then you're like, even though when I got Hiraf, I feel like this was a private matter. I don't want to take it to Hiraf, though Hiraf might help. So that's what happens in the dating scene of a queer person. And then there is you sometimes have to date somebody for society, or sometimes find yourself having, let me say, this girlfriend, and act like a couple just to please the society when you're in the bar, what? Or sometimes when you find that you have this person who is heterosexual, but he likes you, and you're like, man, just be there for the sake of people seeing you there, for the sake of somebody telling somebody, oh, I have a boyfriend, I'll put you in my status, but okay, we lie sometimes to end up making somebody like you, but you know inside you don't like this person. You're just doing it for the sake of the society. So that's how dating is in the queer world. Yeah, there is more, cause my friend used to take me to church. She wanted me to change, she wanted me to convert. Like, no, Kat, I don't want you like this. Let's go to church. But every time I go to church, and I don't know whether they know that Cathy is around or somebody like me else is around. That day you go to church, it's the day they will preach on what they call homosexuality or what. And then you find that it's just hurting you. I remember I went to Bujingo's church. That's how it was. It was just annoying. Even I didn't pray. I ended up leaving. So that's what even stopped me from going to churches. And there is a lot of bad things going on in churches, and I'm like, no, Cathy, be you. You don't need a church to survive. You don't need a pastor to survive. You only need God. There are these things we used to study like when we were young. 3 phases for Catholics: confirmation, what. So that's what you have in your head. Oh, it's a must have to be what? A Catholic, because you don't choose for yourself a religion in Uganda. Like when your parents are Muslim, you're Muslim. When your parents are Catholic. So but after when I was growing up, saying that in churches they preach hate, not love. And then I'm like, so what the fuck is going sorry about that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Because when you read the Bible, like you yourself, what you expect love to be loved or to be accepted by everyone. So I'm like, am I in a wrong place? And then when I remember I tried changing religions, I told myself I'm going to become a Muslim. Hey, and when I went to the Muslim part of it, because I was dating some girl, she was a Muslim. So that excitement, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to change my name. I'm going to go smile. We do shahada. What name had you given yourself for Muslim? I was calling myself Zuleika, something like that. And then reaching there, it was worse. Like I remember somebody said somebody has to be stoned to death for being. And then they're like, if somebody is like that, why are you even in the mosque? So I'm like, so I don't think here religion is the perfect place. And I'm like, I have my special way of communicating to God. If I kneel down and I pray and I say like, God, I'm sorry if I did something wrong, it's enough for me. But I was religious because I was meant to be religious for my family. Like you're religious by registration. When you to write some, I have to put I'm a Catholic, and that's what you've been raised. That's how you've been raised. So that's how it was. I had someone, she was my friend, but even though she was a lesbian, then after she was like, oh, Cathy, I got saved. And then she started preaching, let me say preaching hate or talking bad about us. She was like, oh, when I was there, these people, they are doing it for money. These people are under organizations, they are being paid. But this person, I thought you were a part of me. You knew everything that was going on. I was your friend. I cared about you. We were so comfortable with each other. You knew everything that. But you, just because you feel like in your head, oh, I got saved from this because it's sinning to me, you end up speaking bad things only about me, and the good things that we had, like as friends, the good things we shared, you don't talk about them. You only talk about me, Cathy, as that lesbian girl, that short lesbian girl. And I did like it, and I don't know, I don't want to use the word that I hated her, but I just cut her off because it was just bad energy. I would love for churches to, what I would love for churches to do, I would love for them to just preach love. Let them accept everyone for who they are. let you not preach something that is against me. Means who is not stealing, who is not killing someone. Don't preach against me. Don't look at me as somebody who is coming to your church to look for a girlfriend. Look at me as somebody who has come to your church just to pray to God with other people. I don't want, because I know there is an organization that it's called Adonis. I don't know whether you've heard about it. It's for LBQ people, but it's all about church and what and what. I don't want to pray. Not that I'm being bad, but I don't want to wake up one day that if I have to pray with other people, I have to go to Adonis or what to feel more comfortable. I just want to feel comfortable in church. I want to feel loved in church. I want to feel like I can still communicate to God in church. I don't, because sometimes when you pray with other people, there is how it's fun rather than you being in your room praying. I know you still communicate to God, but there is how it's nice. So I want churches to preach love, accept me for who I am. So long as I'm not stealing, I'm not killing. And when you read in the 10 Commandments that they tell us, it's not there. So I want them to accept me for who I am. Yeah. If me as Cathy, I still arrest me, but arrest me as a thief, not as a lesbian thief. You know, you're the same person who is a thief. I tell you that. Are you cursed? That's how it comes. So when it comes to justice, but we thank God that we have organizations like you have. Most times when it comes to legal issues, you call them and they always show up and you don't pay them. So they're trying to help. They're trying to fight for our rights. And we're also trying, we as community members, we are trying to create relationships with different people, not only not only police people, but people in courts, health workers, city council people. Okay, like those people, we're trying to bring them close to for them to understand us, for them to accept us. You don't need to love me, like just respect me or accept me. We are not looking for love, but we are looking for respect. And that's how it is. Like I just want to see a community whereby everyone is respected, everyone is everyone is free to speak, have that freedom to speak. I want to be in a community whereby don't look at me as a unique person. Look at me as your fellow human being. I don't want to look special because by the some people think that we do things to look special, to be different from others. That's not my goal. Me, I just want to be in a community whereby everyone is respected. Because there are some things I'm not hoping for right now because I think they might not happen, so I don't put them in my head. I want to wake up one day and I can get married in church. Right now, that's not my goal. I just want to be respected. Whether I get married in church, because even still I can get married and still get divorced. So that's not my main. I just want to be respected. A community whereby I am respected. I'm not looked at as a different species. I just want to be in a community whereby they look at me as a human being. I don't want to be attached to things. Oh, this one, this. I just want to be looked at as Cathy, regardless of my identity. And I don't like it for my identity to be something that is shocking when I tell, hey, you're a lesbian, you're gay. It's okay. Even I want to be in a certain way, but I don't even tell people, oh, I'm a lesbian. Whether I tell you or I don't tell you, it's okay. If you realize it's okay, because nobody tells somebody, oh, I'm a heterosexual man. No one says that. But you just see people, oh, you're dating this one. It's okay. So that's how I want my life to be. I don't want to be that, oh, to be recognized, I have to put on a bangle that it's rainbow. That's why most times I don't put on rainbow colors. And people think that, people will be like, oh, Cathy, you're not confident. It's not, I don't want to be confident because what does a heterosexual person put on to say that they are heterosexual? I don't want to be like, oh, I have to put on rainbow colors for people to see me. I want me as Cathy to be looked at as Cathy, not as Cathy, that rainbow girls, rainbow clan. I don't want to be put in a clan. I want to be a human being, you know. I want to reach at some point whereby you don't have to write to donors to survive. I want to be in a country whereby you can wake up, get a job as a lesbian woman, regardless of who you are. And when they ask you, do you have a boyfriend? And you be like, I have a girlfriend. It's okay. You can still stay with your job, you know. Because now people even started calling us beggars. But those people, Babera, were just writing proposals to Azungus to give them money. That's how they say it. So I don't want to be that person. I want to be this person that by the time, let me say, in any case, if I get a kid who is, or if I get somebody who is young, who is a lesbian or a gay person, they can live their life in a peaceful way. They can live the life a heterosexual person is living regardless of who they are. That's what I'm hoping for. I want the queer youth of Africa or Uganda or Mbarara to know that you can still live as a queer person. And it's not all about coming out, because most times, sometimes you're advised not to come out for the sake of safety reasons. And in Uganda, I wouldn't advise somebody to just come out anyhow. Maybe if you've already started a life for yourself, you have somewhere you live, you have a job you're doing that you know you won't lose, because sometimes you come out and everything goes. And sometimes you might expect organizations to be there for me. These organizations, they are not your parents. And they will not be there, or they will not be there all the time. So as you're coming out, think about your life. And just know you are still a human being. So come out when you've planned for your life. Come out knowing that, oh, I think by next month I'll be leaving Uganda. I don't want you to come out and then next week you're killed. Because there is a statement, there is some lady called Justin Bieber that she uses that, yeah, Hiraf will come for you, but if you've been beaten, Hiraf will not unbeat you, or Hiraf will not unrape you. If you've been killed, Hiraf won't bring you back. We will come. We will go to courts, we will shout, but won't bring back your life. So, as a queer youth who wants to come out, think about your life. Think about your life outside organizations. Think about your life as a Ugandan.